Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now we are reading from the verse 23rd, first chapter. Yotsemanan aveksha aham yayate atra samagada Dhritarashtrasya durbuddher yuddhe priya chikishava. The translation is, I would like to observe those well-wishers who have arrived here to battle, desiring to satisfy the wicked-minded son of Dhritarashtra. So here, Arjuna wanted to see in proximity the opponent who appeared there craving to fight against the Pandavas. Arjuna understood that in order to be victorious in this war, he might have to kill all the sons of Dhritarashtra. However, he wanted to see them all, especially chieftains, standing in front of the battlefield. So, therefore, he wanted to observe how they were so ready to give up their life. So, in this verse, the most important statement is Dhritarashtrasya durbuddhe, the wicked-minded or polluted, intelligent person, Duryodhana, who was ready to fool everybody practically. So durbuddhe, because he was always wicked. Every time Pandavas agree with the policy made by Dhritarashtra or Bhishma, somehow or other he influenced Shakuni and make it that decision is wrong. So in this way he manipulated the own Kuru members because they are taking their allowance, they are eating sumptuous food, they are getting surplus fund for their expenses. For this reason, he is taking advantage from those members, making them to do wrong things to right things to wrong. So this is called durbuddhe. When the Pandavas were banished to the forest, still he was not satiated. He sent Durvasa Muni there to the forest to disturb them in the forest. Because when they went to the forest, Yudhishthira Maharaj's devotion to the sun god, he got a pot. That pot can give them any amount of food. Again, he became envious of the Pandavas. So he found out they got the pot which is called Akshaya Patra. Sun god actually gifted him. So while you guys are in the forest, you may use this pot as much food you want. It will produce until Draupadi eats up. Once she finishes her meal, the pot will cease to produce any more food until next day. I also came to know why. Because he was so durbuddhe, he would send his messengers or the spies to look after or what the Pandavas are actually doing in the forest. Every step of their action is being observed and reported to the wicked Shakuni, wicked Karna, and wicked Duryodhana. So accordingly, they started acting against them. While the Pandavas in the forest, the Kauravas not actually giving them peace there as well. So wherever they go, they some or other find out from their spies what they are exactly doing, where they are going, who they are actually meeting. Exactly like Arjun meditating on Lord Shiva for Pashupadastra. The report actually went. Then Shakuni sent a demon, and that The demon chased Arjun to destroy his meditation in the form of a wild boar. Then he shot an arrow. Shiva also appeared in the form of a Kirada, and he also shot an arrow. Now both of the arrows pierced the body of the wild boar. Now the question is, whose bow hit him first? Then there was a fight between Arjuna and Lord Shiva. Naturally, Arjuna got defeated and Lord Shiva gave him Pashupadastra. When Arjuna went to heaven to acquire more weapons, the report went to Duryodhana. So they already knew they are preparing for the war. Why? Because the Pandavas knew this guy, when they complete the exile in a successful manner, this guy is still not going to return the kingdom. So the crookedness, wickedness is there in everybody's heart. This is called cheating tendency. A living entity in the material world is born with 4 disqualifications. Brahma Pramada Vipralipsha Karana Apadava. Cheating tendency, making mistake, imperfect senses, and fallen illusion. These all 4 things are always with a person who has a material body. Embodied living being has these 4 disqualifications. So here the cheating tendency and illusion, making mistake after mistakes, and imperfect senses are shown by these Kauravas. There in Mathura, when Krishna was just 14 years old, Jarasandha year after year attacked Lord Sri Krishna. What was his purpose? Because Krishna killed his son-in-law Kamsa. Because Jarasandha had 2 daughters, Asti and Prapti. And both of them were married to Kamsa. And both the daughters became widow because of Krishna killed Kamsa. Therefore, Jarasandha took a vow that he will rid the entire Yadu dynasty from the earth planet. And he would gather every year huge military. The infantry, horses, elephants, and march towards Mathura. And Krishna and Balaram, with his few soldiers, Yadu dynasty, would kill all of the soldiers and leave the chieftains alone. Lord was always thinking whether I should kill all the leaders and take the soldiers and horses and elephants, or I should kill all these soldiers and elephants and horses and leave the leaders alone. Then in the end, he decided to kill all the army and leave the leaders. The leaders, Jarasandha, Rukmi, Banasur, Shalva, Vasdev Pauntrak, all these crooked members, Durbuddhas, were together and fighting against the religion and personified religion, the absolute truth, Lord Sri Krishna. Here also, Duryodhana have made a decision to rid the Pandavas from the earth planet. It means we want to establish the flag of the irreligion and destroy the religion. Draupadi-like personality, who is the empress, recently declared as the empress of the earth planet. And look at the situation she went through, disturbing, insulting, So, what to speak of an ordinary woman if Duryodhana is going to be the emperor of this world? What will happen to ordinary people and the ladies? So, one must understand that revenge is considered to be buddhihinada without having proper intelligence. Because he went to Indraprastha and created a hawk there, and he got burned there. So he wants to now revenge for that. Therefore, the whole thing of gambling match is organized, made the Pandavas zero, and sent them to the forest just to revenge. But according to the Shastric principles, as long we take revenge on somebody, then you are adding one more bad karma. Even if they are insulting, if we tolerate, then they will have the bad karma. If you don't respond to that particular humiliation, insult, or any actions, then your piety increases. Why? Because due course of time, the Supreme Lord will punish them. That is natures of the law. Who is actually punishing, you may not actually see. But it is Krishna's nature that punishes them. Therefore, every action has their equal and opposite reactions. So therefore, putting a zip on the mouth and keeping quiet is sometimes the best medicine. Not like Duryodhana here, who wants to annihilate the Pandavas, and Pandavas are keep tolerating one after another incident that he creates to destroy them, sending the Durvasa Rishi, sending the wild boar, sending so many other soldiers to just harass them. All these things accumulated and accumulated and accumulated. Because they are all devotees. If we commit offense to the devotees, Krishna never tolerates that. Shortly, the end is going to be financially impoverished. Everything they try to do to be successful, it will be also failure. Because goddess of fortune will be gone. Here, this is what happened with Duryodhana. All his impious activities brought him to the base of the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Durbuddhe, Dhritarashranam Durbuddhe, the crooked and wicked intelligence of Dhritarashtra is going to be soon perished because of their own actions. So we should not be involving any of that bad karmas. Just live that situation and remain silent. If somebody is dominating, somebody is using their power or they're misusing their power, we just tolerate. God is always with us. Thank you. Hare Krishna.